Alright, finally getting my review of Everton 1, Manchester United 1. Uh, we'll take the point. Pretty much. Plain and simple. Ragtag crew. I mean, we even had two more sick illnesses right before the game, or at least the night before the game. I think it was Sigerson and Sidibe. Both got sick, so they had to get withdrawn. So that's another midfielder and our best right back out. So, I don't think we've won at Old Trafford in a while, and definitely didn't look good when I saw that lineup and hearing about the two illnesses. So to get the point, just glad to get it. I mean, I think we're on 18 points now. Still not too great. Still kind of in that relegation dogfight zone. Need to push on out of that. It would have been nice. Everton were winning most of the game. Got like a nice little greasy goal where from a corner kick that Baines took, because guess what? Another injury. What's his name? Digne. I think he carried a groin injury from the previous game over into this one, so he played about 10-15 minutes and then he was out. But anyway, I think Baines took a corner kick. It sliced through the air over everybody's head, through the arms, and hit a United defender right in the shins and rolled right into the net. We'll take it. With our luck, we don't care how pretty and elegant the goals come. We need them. We need to climb out of the relegation area. So 1-0 forever. And wasn't to be. I think later in the game, they subbed on some dude named, I don't know who he was, Greenwood, some young kid, I think. He got lucky. I think that was mostly a lucky shot. He shot it from the box, maybe a little bit outside of the box, and it kind of snaked through. Not snaked, it just went through Yerry Mina's legs. Pickford couldn't see it, or at least didn't see it in time, and just didn't get over there, and it went right into the corner, like perfectly placed. If it was gonna go in, that was the place to put it. So, I think it was a lucky shot. I mean, they had a lot of other quality chances. They kind of just skirted through. But for the most part, Rashford, James, and dang, I forget his name. I like him as a player too. Quieted them down, and that's no mean feat. They're very fast up front, and their midfield is so-so for the most part. I mean, we don't have any room to argue about good midfields, but theirs doesn't scare you. I guess McTominay was supposed to be something, but he's all right. Anyway, we held their dangerous forwards, at bay, which is all you can ask given our circumstances, and came away with a point. I mean, I'll talk more about Duncan Ferguson, but good on him for setting the team up in a practical manner to get something out of that game. I mean, Chelsea, and anyway, let me move on. There was some drama. It wouldn't be an Everton game without Everton. So, shoot, man. At about, I want to say 70 minutes, Moise King got subbed on, which, we've all been excited to see him play finally, to get a good run, to get in the team, and he gets in. I didn't watch him too closely. I saw him link up a little bit on a counter with Richarlison, I think. For a little bit of time he was on, I didn't see him a whole lot, but around 10 minutes after he goes on, Ferguson subs him off for Omar Nias, and I just remember being confused, like, what is going on? And I remember the camera's cutting to him, and you could just see in his face, he looks and he's like, what? Like, they're calling him off, and he goes off, gives Duncan Ferguson the cold shoulder. He ain't happy. And Ferguson didn't really look at him either. I heard he just went straight down the tunnel. So that's weird. And who knows what's up with that situation now? Like, I don't think Duncan Ferguson handled it well. He asked right after the game that he was like, "Oh, I just wasting time," and then later he was a little more forthcoming to those post game interviews, and he said, he didn't think Moise King got up to the speed of the game, and but he also wanted to waste some time. And then some more articles have come out since saying that Moise King hasn't really impressed in training either. We already had the incident where he's been late to training a couple times, and it just looks bad, man. His dad's come out, his agent's making waves about him needing to play more and all that, and it just looks bad. I remember how excited everybody was to get him. It was a coup, and now it's this. It's like everything else with Everton, like all the hype we had over the summer, and then now we're fighting relegation, and it's right down to how we develop young players, I guess, and that sucks, man. I hope Duncan can put an arm around the kid and at least try to prop him back up, get him some confidence, because he had to probably be on shaky confidence anyway, and definitely isn't any better after getting subbed off in 10 minutes, and that was like a game. I don't know how many over here in the States. That wasn't the game on the actual network. That was like the gold level network, so you had to have the Premier Pass to see it. So it may not have been seen as much over here as it was in England, but nevertheless, it's probably still very embarrassing. So I think Ferguson probably should have just not brought him on. I mean, if he wasn't getting up to speed, if he was just lagging, I mean, that does say a lot about Moise King. Like, how are you like not playing a whole lot of games and then coming in and being dead tired after 10 minutes? I saw a clip on Twitter where we were just defending a corner, I think. I couldn't tell from the context of the situation, but it looked like a set play was about to come off, and he was just like hunched over, and our other players, like, I saw, I don't know, there's two other players near him, and they're just at attention, like ready for the play, and he's like, "Ugh." So what is that about? Like, geez, 19, haven't been playing a lot, and out here huffing and puffing after 10 minutes. Gotta get up to. I mean, maybe they weren't. There's been question marks around the fitness of the team anyway, but the 19-year-old kid who hasn't played much definitely should be the fittest out of all our players. Anyway, so hope that his situation gets sorted out, or they'll probably have to sell him if he starts, if he loses his attitude or has a bad attitude. But about Ferguson, I mean, I'm glad he was able to get 4 points out of his last two games. I mean, going into it after losing badly to Leicester and then Liverpool, it looked like it was just going to be, it's just the bad form is going to continue. But got the win out of Chelsea game at home, and got the point at Old Trafford. So that's good. I mean, I would have said, if the Moise King thing hadn't happened, I would have said Duncan Ferguson maybe could get this team even to the summer. Maybe. That still feels like a stretch, but definitely after that situation with the sub, that shows, like, he's not lying when he says I don't have the experience. And it's sort of things like that. Like, he kind of is ruining. That's the worst thing to happen with Moise King to me since he's been here, and that's kind of ruins a kid's confidence. Like, I think Andy Gray on one of the shows over there said he thinks we've lost him already. Jeez. So that's a failed interview for me. So I think maybe we do need to get a good manager in here. If it's Ancelotti, so be it. If it's Arteta, which I have a hard time believing, one, that he would leave Manchester City in the middle of the season. Two, that he would choose Everton over Arsenal. I mean, not because I think Arsenal's a better club than Everton, but I I'll just say this. I didn't watch soccer for um or football. I didn't watch it. I mean, this is like the last 4 years of my life, but I've been paying attention. But I knew there was a club in England named Arsenal. I had never heard of Everton until the 2014 World Cup, and I started watching Tim Howard because he was boss for us in that World Cup, and I had to follow him. So I think that sort of that sort of clout that Arsenal has around the world is what would pull Arteta over Everton. That said, maybe I think he was with Everton first. I don't know who he played for, but maybe he has a better affinity for the Blues, which I wouldn't, I wouldn't mind having him. I mean, it'd be another risk because he hasn't really managed as a top manager at a club yet. So who knows how that go? But between those two, I go with Arteta. But I will probably end up with Ancelotti or David Moyes. So that's my review. Hope Big Dunk can get us through the next round of this cup game Wednesday and up the toffees.